Hi, my name is Hanifa Sekalala. How are you, my viewers? How's life? Today I'm going to tell you a very short story or a long story about how cheap things are very expensive. So I'm a person that likes to bargain. I love bargaining. I enter everywhere and I bargain. If you tell me one price and then you stick to that price, I will not buy nothing. Well, that's how I grew up. So I went to a different country where bargaining doesn't really work. One time I entered this charity shop. You know what charity shops are. So it's a shop where you get very cheap things that are used. So I figured I needed a bag to put on my a big bag to use when I'm going to work, and some boots for work. So I got this very big, I'll call it nice, because at that time I thought it was nice, a grey big bag, and I got myself boots. I put them on, and in that charity shop the carpet is clothed, like, you know, it's not cement that you can actually feel the noise when you're walking on it. So I couldn't feel the noise when I was walking on it. So I got my boots and my shoes and a few tops and some jeans, and I went home. So the next morning I was excited. You know, when you have something new and you want to put it on, oh, you're saying, oh yeah, I have to get to work today. So I woke up very early. As always, I wake up at 5, do my stuff, pray, meditate, do my things. At around 6:20, I started walking because I usually get out early. I don't want to miss the train. So I got out of the house. The first sign that I had that this was going to be horrible, these shoes that I'm putting on are not going to be good. They were making a lot of noise in the whole yard. I think people that were awake at that time were hearing me walk. Poo, 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 poo. I said, gosh, what kind of shoe is this? So I started walking on my toes. Yeah, they're called toes, so that I don't exactly hit the ground, so that the noise disappears. It was a lot of noise very early in the morning. Imagine, ta, ta, ta. That is because the shoe had lost all its, there was a metal thing that was being exposed at the heel. So that's what was making a lot of noise. And it wasn't only making noise, it was slippery as well. So one time, about a few times when I was getting out of my gate, I kind of, went like that. So I started being very cautious about how I'm walking, and then I started walking on my toes like that. So I put a lot of stuff in my bag. That new bag that I got from the charity shop, I put a lot of things in there. I put my diary, my wallet, my charger, because the phone I had at that time just couldn't stay charged. And my lunch, my prayer things, my everything that you carry to work. Because I was going to do a long day, I carried lots of stuff to work. So I walked down the street going to the train station. So while I was walking down quickly so that I don't miss my train, not minding about what's happening, and I know everything is in order. I kept walking, pam, pam, pam. Then while I was close to the train station, I'm walking from High Town, going close to the train station, I noticed that the bag on my back was very light. Then I said, I looked myself in a big mirror of the peri shop, only to notice that my bag was wide open, and there was one thing left in there to drop out. I said, oh my God. I checked it, closed the bag, quickly ran back up. Remember, I have faulty shoes. I bought both these things the same day. So I started running back up and then I started picking up my stuff from the road. My lunch didn't survive because it had, the container hit the floor and the food scattered all over the place. So I couldn't pick that up. What I did was pick it up and put it in the bin. And I continued to walk. I was very, very lucky that I did not lose my wallet like that. So I continued to walk quick. Why? When as I almost getting home, I saw a guy picking up stuff. I knew that's my stuff, so I ran after him. I told him, no, please, you have picked up my charger. I can see it's in your hand. It's mine. Just dropped out of my bag. He said, okay. He gave it back. Then I picked up a few other things that I could see. I walking very fast back to the train station. And then walking like that, remember? So I kind of forgot how to walk like that. I just started to rush, running to the train station. I slid this time because I was not aware. I wasn't conscious about my movements. I slid like that, doing a 190 on the concrete, on the train station concrete. And you know how ashaming that is when you fall down. I had to look around if people were looking at me, and yes, they were looking at me. And this country is a very strange country. People don't care whether you are falling flat on your ass or your face. They don't care. People were just walking by me. I picked myself up. While I was going 190, I hit my knee very hard on the concrete. Poof! Needless to say that I regretted ever getting these cheap things, both things on the same day. I went to the train station, got my train, went to work, and when I reached work, as soon as I got to work, I had some spare shoes in my cupboard, in my locker. What I did was to remove these shoes, dump them in the bin, pick up everything that was in my bag, and chuck the bag in the bin as well. So I wanted it to be cheap. I wanted to not spend more money, but apparently I spent that money for no reason. It was rubbish. That was a bad buy. Everything was bad. The shoes were horrible. They made me fall down. I got an injured knee. I'm glad I was a bit younger, because if I was a bit older, probably I would have, broken it or something. And then the bag that I nearly lost my wallet. That's moral of this story is, do not buy cheap things. They will land you into a lot of trouble. Thanks for listening to me.